Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading, and today is January 28th, 2025, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching the Nasdaq freefall and tank on news from China. But first, looking at today's major economic events, we have at 5 p.m. South African time out of the United States, consumer confidence number coming out. Now looking at the market, starting out with the Forex symbols, US dollar gains. Turkish lira makes new record lows versus the dollar, a new week, a new low. And now looking at the indices, the Dow Jones gains while the Nasdaq tells a sorry tale of selling off. Now looking at commodities, gold, oil, natural gas all continue to slide. And looking at the stocks, it's the tech sector specifically that sold off the biggest. Nvidia gets hit really hard. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin bouncing back above 102K. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. Here we go. First with the Euro USD, the dollar getting stronger on the downside. You can see that it's back onto 104-ish level. That is supportish level, so keep that in mind. If we look at GBP USD, same story. It looks like the same chart. Look at that. Euro USD and GBP USD trading in tandem versus the US dollar. Now shifting over to the Japanese yen and getting weaker here, the dollar getting weaker here. This is significant because we are trading below that 30-day moving average. I'd like to see if that's going to consolidate and that's going to increase on the upside. Now looking at the Turkish lira, new week, new low. 35.71. This is consistent over week to week. We're seeing it continue to go 1 pip, 2 pips, 10 pips, 100 pips from year to year. And over the past 2.5 years, I think it is already. I mean, I lost count. Okay, we've gone from 8 all the way to 35, and this is not getting better. So keep that on your radar still. Now looking at gold, did retrace just a little bit further yesterday, but did consolidate and stop here. So did crude oil. Crude oil also trading sideways right now as it did sell off and continue to sell off, just hitting that 30-day moving average, but bouncing right now. So keep that in mind. Now it was stronger and then it's weaker and now it's finding its level. Okay, so just keep in mind for that as well. Natural gas continued to slide though to 3.19, a big retracement. I mean, that's over $1 and something for natural gas on the downside. Now looking at the US market, so Dow Jones continues going higher. I mean, it's down a little bit this morning, but it did continue going higher, over 200 plus points yesterday. However, the Nasdaq got shellacked, as we call it, got really hurt very badly. I mean, you could see it spiked all the way down to 20,889, but then made it back to 21,000, and now we're about 1,000 points off of our all-time record highs. Now, what got hit and why? Well, China is doing this thing with AI. They're going to take over the AI, supposedly, and sure enough, that's what all wars come to, right? All wars start out with business wars, right? It's all about money. Now looking at Bitcoin, it did rebound, but what were the stocks that got hit the worst? Look at NVIDIA. Wowee. From 144 down to 116. That's a massive retracement for NVIDIA. Now we did see some of the other big ones also get hit. Microsoft making a comeback after that sell-off. Okay, you could see that. I mean, it's green on the day, but it was a massive gap down. If you look at Facebook, also had a gap down, but then made it back as well on the upside, right? So it wasn't like systemic everything. It was just many things, okay? If we look at JP Morgan, held itself high, okay, on its highs right there at 265. So I do expect some sort of a comeback and see how it'll happen, you know, but we were at retracement anyway, meaning we were at resistance area for quite some time. We hit a triple top on the Nasdaq, so that was really an area for us to think about we're going to regress from, and sure enough, that was the point. I mean, you could say all the what you want to about the news, but you know, the technicals are always there, and I kind of lie to you. They're there, okay? And so keep that in mind. So lastly, Bitcoin did bake a comeback above 102 from its low of 97,000 the other day. Okay, if we look at a 4-hour chart, you can see it a little bit better. That's a bit better. And we did bounce over our 8-day moving average. We're just below our 30-day moving average, so keep that in mind as we're making our way back. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.